today. My name is Brandon Hathaway, and I'm the preacher here at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. And I want to thank you for joining us as we open up the Bible and study the Word of God. We are in the book of Joshua. If you're following along, Joshua chapter 2. Oh, I forgot to introduce this little man. What's your name, sir?
Lyndon John Hathaway.
Mr. Lyndon John. And we're studying Joshua. So Joshua chapter 2. And we're going to read around, I believe, verse 8 through verse 11. And as we're getting to this point, Joshua has sent 2 spies out into the land. Of course, they go into Jericho. And as they go into the land, people have heard that the spies had come, and so they're searching for them. And as the 2 spies were going through it, they had ran into Rahab. And Rahab had hidden them, and this is Rahab speaking to the 2 men. In verse 8, it says, Now therefore they lay down. Now before they lay down, she came up to them on the roof and said to the men, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that the terror of you has fallen on us, and that all the inhabitants of the land have melted away before you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea before you when you came out of Egypt, and when you did to the 2 kings of the Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, to Sihon and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. And when we have heard it, our hearts melted, no courage remained in any man any longer because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven, above the earth and beneath. I think this speaks tremendous. Again, we don't have the great miracle that had taken place there in Egypt or at the Red Sea, but simply because they heard of what God had done. They had heard how the Israelites had crossed the Red Sea, how they had conquered these 2 other kings. They had heard about their God. They believed. They knew who this was. This is the God above heaven and on earth. And all their courage left them. They had no courage. They didn't believe they could win when the Israel would come up against them. And so just by hearing of the good deeds, the good works, what God had done, the word got out. And people will hear. And the thing is we're supposed to be out there shining God's light. We're supposed to be out there and doing good works. And as people see our good works, they will see God's light. And as they see those things, they will glorify God. And it should be the same thing, that the people speak about you as a Christian individually, they'll speak about the congregation in which you worship at. And they will hear things and they will speak about it. And it should be to the glory of God, right? It should be that point that our works are shining so that others will hear it and see it, that we are planting God's seed just by living from day to day. And so I hope that's what we're doing, something we need to be striving, continuing to work in this service. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that everybody has a good and wonderful weekend. And if the Lord is willing, we'll talk to you later.